Shri M. Balasubramanian ji, Chairman of Board of Governors of Triple IT, Sri City Chittoor, Rakesh Ranjan ji, Additional Secretary, Higher Education, Education Ministry, Government of India, Shri Anil Sahasrabuddhe ji, Chairman AICT, Shri Satish Chandra ji, Chief Secretary, Special Chief Secretary, Department of Education, Government of Andhra, other senior officers from Government of India and Andhra Pradesh, Dr. Ganeshan Kannabiran, Director of Triple IT, Sri City Chittoor, members of industry partners, Shri Srinivas C. Raju, Chairman Sri City Limited, Shri Sanna Reddy, Managing Director of Sri City Limited, members of the Board of Governors, Shalini Kapoor, IBM Fellow and Chief Technology Officer, IBM, Professor Partha Chakravarti ji, former Director IIT Kharagpur, Professor P.J. Narayan, Director Triple IT Hyderabad, Dr. K.N. Subramania, Director IIT Tirupati, Shri Srinivas Pedadda, Senior Advisor, General Atlantic Hyderabad, Shri Bhuvan Ananda Krishnan, Director Caterpillar Technology, Central India, Chennai, members of the Senate, faculty, staff, parents, and most importantly, the graduating students of Triple IT Sri City. I am indeed happy to be the part of convocation of your institute and deliver the convocation address. At the outset, I congratulate the students who are receiving their degrees from prestigious institution. What you have achieved is not only the degree, but the learning and experiences in the Triple IT Sri City campus that you will cherish in your career and life. I also congratulate the proud parents who have supported their children during the important phase of their life. Triple IT established through public-private partnership are expected to play a stellar role in the IT-related higher education. The closer association with the industry make this a unique model. I am happy to note that Triple IT is strictly under the leadership of its director and dynamic mentoring by the chairman and members of the BOC is strongly marching ahead in imparting quality education. Our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Modi ji guides us and leads us to take education sector to the new heights. Last year, under his visionary leadership and under the guidance of our Education Minister, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank ji, the Education Ministry released the National Education Policy 2020 with the vision to make India a global knowledge superpower. It endeavors to produce students with scientific temper, rational and critical thinking, endowed with 21st century knowledge and skills, while displaying a strong character filled with humanistic values that flows from the ethos of India, that is Bharat. Our students will not only be the top class students, they will also be the top class citizens of this country and the world. My dear graduating students, the world and India too is changing at faster pace, especially in the last 2 to 3 decades, thanks to the digital technology. Technology is playing a massive role in transforming the whole world economy. The technological innovations are helping to bring in new products, enhancing quality of our experience, increasing our convenience and ease of living. Today, the digital Seva content creators, product reviewers, YouTubers, bloggers, and bloggers are able to find a sustainability. paying profession through this digital world and this digital universities ever expanding while working to achieve a goal of $5 trillion economy. India is actively focusing on the strength of digital economy. This new India needs young technocrats like you. Friends, I believe this is the best time for you to enter the professional world. Today, India has become the shining bright spot in the field of electronics, information technology, and telecom. Under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, our country adopted the policy of Digital India. And in the last 7 years, tremendous work has been done in creating robust policy framework and strong basic infrastructure in this field. The National Telecom Development Policy, National Telecom Development Policy, National Software Product Policy, National Broadband Mission, PM Wani, BharatNet, connectivity to remote areas and islands, and many more initiatives ensure fast-paced development in telecom infrastructure. Between 2014 and 2021, mobile BTS increased from 7 lakh to 23 lakh. OFC increased from 11 lakh kilometer to 28 lakh kilometers. Broadband subscribers increased by 1100%. Smartphones increased by 350%. The teleconnectivity shot up. 4G spreads all across India. Tele density increased. The average monthly data consumption per subscriber increased by a staggering 12,000%. It becomes cheaper, reducing from monthly average rupees 1200 per GB to just rupees 11 per GB. Today we have the cheapest data and one of the highest data consumption in the world. Crores of rural Indians become digitally literate through programs like PM Disha. More than 3.5 lakh common service centers are taking digital services to the nooks and corners of India. Huge amount of data was being generated, creating huge digital e-entrepreneurial and e-governance opportunities. Other simultaneous enabling policy and infrastructure reforms push this evaluation further. The Jan Dhan, Aadhaar Mobile, the now famous JAM Trinity changed the digital payment landscape of our country, making our digital India financially inclusive. Today, the moment an installment of Kisan Samman Rashi is released to a farmer, his mobile bips, SMS is received announcing deposition of the money to his bank account. The direct benefit transfer to the beneficiaries reduced corruption and improved efficiency. It has saved more than rupees 11 lakh, 1 lakh 70,000 crores so far. Today, our postman gives cash at doorstep through Aadhaar-enabled payment system. Many other industries like National Scholarship Portal, eNAM, GSTN, Ayushman Bharat have built a strong e-governance architecture of India, and it is growing stronger. Our government carefully did what any good government should do. We focused on creating enabling policy framework. The rest was done by empowered entrepreneurs of this country. The towering leadership of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Bhai Modi ji, inspired us for Digital India, Startup India, and Atmanirbhar Bharat. The series of PLI scheme in electronics, IT hardware, and telecom manufacturing are helping to create Atmanirbhar Bharat in manufacturing in these fields. Startups, ideation, incubation, innovation, prototype development, hackathons, angel investment become the buzzword. The number of unicorns now more than 40, continue to grow further. Young innovators have changed the face of technology-enabled economy. This is nothing short of a digital revolution in India. So friends, I welcome you all to play your part while history is being created. Lead this digital march and contribute to make our country a world leader in every aspect of digital technology. Although we have done a lot further needs to be done. The field of finance was benefited by Unified Payment Interface, that is UPI, but there are many fields which await the creation of robust IT platforms. Health, agriculture, weather, transportation, urbanization, and smart cities, shipping and navigation, defense, there are many such sectors. Field of chip designing, critical component manufacturing in electronics and IT domain need fresh talent to take it further. Apart from IT and IT-enabled services, our country needs focus work in creating world-beating software products. So there is a huge scope for you. My friends, new technologies of Industry 4.0 are already here. Artificial intelligence, VR, machine learning, blockchains, 3D printing, data analytics, drones are many such areas. I urge you to not just work in development and improvement of these technologies, but also see how they can be used to solve common man's problems. How can IT be used to improve farming efficiency and in turn his income? What role IT can play in ensuring energy security? How will IT aid in ensuring piped water to every household in an efficient way? Which algorithm will help in monitoring forest cover and wildlife conservation? What are the problems of MSMEs and what IT solution could be offered? There are many problem statements which need smarter solutions. Remember, India is a country of 1.4 billion people. A company offering solutions to millions of people naturally gets the required scale and benefits, and then you can provide the solution to world market also. Friends, the digital world has created enormous career options. The space, brick and mortar structure are no longer a hindrance for creation of digital company. People with desired skill can come together and start a startup. If not immediately, but to have an ambition to be an entrepreneur. You can very well write an algorithm for your company, but also see if you can create a company who can hire people to write the algorithms for you. Remember, technology and only technology is capable of creation of wealth for you and for your company, for your country. Don't miss this opportunity. Friends, till today, we were in a learner's phase. Now onwards, we will apply this learning to solve the real world problems. Some of you may go for the higher learning. Some of you may gain experience in a process. You will accumulate the knowledge, gain the experience, and sharpen your skills. Today, I remember my own convocation 4 decades ago. I got my engineering degree from Government College of Engineering, Maharashtra, and then pursued my interest in engineering. Then, of course, I ventured into other fields, including agriculture and then into politics. But the values and learning from engineering subjects helped me throughout my life. Scientific temper, critical thinking, objective analysis, logical reasoning are many such virtues which the field of engineering teaches us. An engineer is basically a problem solver. Engineer tries to increase the efficiency of the existing machines and processes or create altogether more efficient new products. She identifies and reduces the various losses and increases the gain. Remember the definition of work done, its force multiplied by displacement. The force of not just knowledge and skills, but also values and character. The displacement is nothing but getting the things to move. The positive progress as opposed to status quo. Engineers are always progressive by thought and action. Engineers are institution builders. They build the things, machines, companies, and economies. They are not afraid of unknown. They do not buckle down by challenges. And I am sure, my young friends, you too have imbibed these core ethos and tenets of being an engineer. In this great institution of triple IT, Sri City, these ethos will surely help to rise higher and higher in your life. Go, my young friends, and grab the opportunity. Follow your heart. Dream big. Don't ever settle for smaller goals. When you move into uncharted territory, sometimes you get success. Sometimes you are welcomed by a failure. But so what? It will teach you important lessons. Learn from them and move ahead. Have faith and patience too. Enjoy this wonderful journey lying ahead. But throughout this journey, keep your values intact. In the highly competitive world, do not forget to imbibe humanistic values and live a life with a purpose. Dear friends, with this word, I once again congratulate the graduating students and wish you all the best for your glorious future. धन्यवाद, नमस्कार, जय हिंद.